Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to present to you former classmate of mine. We go back since high school. I haven't seen him since high school, but I'm glad that we're able to connect here on this podcast, reconnecting with former classmates, and that is Mr. Marcos Nivar. Marcos, thank you for joining me. How are you, man?
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm good, enjoying this Sunday.
I'm glad to hear that, man. So we go back since freshman year in high school. We had living environment. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that class, and I remember it was eighth period. I remember Miss Freire. Crazy times. But so my first question to you is, what are some of your favorite memories in high school that you can think of on the top of your head?
Yeah, it's been a while, but I mean, it didn't really sum up to like the lunchrooms, when we used to go down there, like it's so different now that I think about it. How, we used to go see everybody there. Uh, the gym. I think that's up to my last year that I was like, oh, I really like. Not like, but it's like the different classes that I was like open to. But overall, yeah, no, I was pretty much, I fit into a lot of things. So it wasn't like a favorite time, I think a lot of my times were like pretty good.
I remember freshman year we interacted a little, but I feel like sophomore year is where we really got into even more because we had gym class, I remember. But more importantly, we both had interest in baseball. We both had interest in trying out for the baseball team.
Yeah.
We tried out for the JV team. So my question to you is, how was your experience? I don't remember much, but how was your experience in terms of trying out for the baseball team? Did you make it to the JV team? Did you try to go for the varsity the year after that?
No. Surprisingly, like I think they hosted if I remember correctly, they hosted the practice or the tryouts in the gym. And it was like very fast. I did like maybe caught like a couple of ground balls. It wasn't like much of a tryout to me. And yeah, no, I didn't. But I think when I followed up again, it had said, oh, they was full, and they got everybody or whatever. And then the only thing I took from there was a jacket for the team. I didn't have the logo or anything. I still have a jacket, the orange and black, but that's about it. It didn't really go farther than that.
And what's interesting about that year was, we tried out for the JV team, and that same year, the varsity team they went on the championship in 2008. So there was that. If there's anything that you would do differently today, now that you look back, in terms of like preparing yourself, like to make it at least a varsity team, is there anything you would have done differently?
Uh, no, I feel like unless other than apply more pressure on like really wanting to be there, then maybe. But other than that, I mean, I think I slacked in like trying to, I just went with whatever they told me, right? Because they know what they're doing, whatever. There's so many people trying out, and for me, it was more of like, oh well, maybe if I could have just hinted on, let me, hey, ask more questions or try to actually be try to be more, assertive with my questioning. But other than that, I mean, not really. No.
How was life after high school for you?
Life was, me trying to figure out what direction, what field I went into. I wanted to go into acting. I remember, I don't know if you remember, my experience of when like I think it was like the last year or something like that. I think I don't know what year it was that the football team won the championship. And that day, I remember me not wanting to go to school because I'm like, hey, I don't really feel like it. It's like nobody's gonna be there, whatever. So, but I ended up going, and it turns out that they won the championship, and one of my favorite actors was there, which was Will Smith. I don't know if
I
you remember
remember.
that.
I
Yeah,
remember.
so I was like, I remember me like, they didn't have no phones. I'm like, I was upset because I didn't have any pictures, but uh yeah, it was funny because I remember I'm like, he looks a lot taller on TV, but yeah, I think it was the Giants, and him. And then I wanted to be an actor. And I went on to, I did be at BCC, BMCC, and, I just didn't, fit in. I did private school, Arts Institute of New York City. And I did like behind the camera, like, knowing how to lighting and, editing and stuff like that. I did like it. I feel like it fell off because I didn't, I felt like I didn't fit in, if that makes sense. Like, I just feels like, there was a lot of people around me that I was just like, this is weird. I don't, and then I just stopped going. So that didn't really last too long, but it was a really good experience. Um, Other than that, then I worked a few jobs here and there, and then I applied to the post office. I was gonna apply to the NYPD after, but I feel like the post office called me so fast, and I just went with it. And I've been now I'm 10 years in this year in the post office.
Nice, nice. So what position you have right now in the post office?
I'm a city carrier. I work here in Manhattan, downtown Manhattan, 18th Street. Uh, it's been pretty solid, pretty easy. It's not a hard job, other than, the conditions outside and stuff. But no, like, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, yeah, in terms of work.
Is there anything that you still aspire to this day or something that you want to try that could change the trajectory of your life?
Ooh. To be honest, I mean, it's been a thought in my mind, but I never really like tried to actually like, pursue it, and but it's been in the works. Can you go back, please? It's been in the works, and it's something that this year I want to try to do new, and kind of actually, focus on, trying to, like, to do something that I actually love to do. You know what I mean? Post office is, career job, cool. I just feel like, maybe get into something more that I want to do, and, that'll balance it out.
All right. So you're a father now.
Yes,
How
sir.
how has fatherhood changed you?
um, I don't think it's changed me drastically, because I feel like I came full circle. In a sense, I'm like, I well-rounded myself mentally about, I'm not gonna have all the answers. I'm not gonna, like, I don't think I was, uh you always still learning, but I feel like now it's just more of like just focusing on just more patience of, what can you learn from this? What can you do differently every day? That happens, that anything occurs or whatever. I just feel like just kind of focusing on, okay, what can you do differently? What can you inspire, the little boy to do? What can you help him learning? So it's always like something new. I've always been a good person. So, you know, I don't think in a direction of that I had habits or bad habits that, I had to change drastically or whatever. I never had that. It was, like I said, it's just more of like me focusing on, like, just being myself.
What's the best life advice so far that you've received so far in your life? Best life advice.
Life advice? Hmm. Best life advice. To always remaining humble, no matter what it is, no matter what happens, just remain humble, and there's always a way.
Respect or loyalty?
Respect or loyalty? Ah, respect.
Stay home, make your own meals, or go out to a fancy restaurant?
Oh, that's easy. That's stay home. Make your own meal. Stay
Yep.
healthy.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Name at least five people. It could be a celebrity. It could be anybody in your life, dead or alive, that you would love to sit down and have a conversation with.
Yeah. Uh, hmm. My brother for sure. Um, maybe when my son, you said I'm five, you said?
Yeah, at least five.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my brother, maybe in a few years, my son, when he starts talking, that would be good. Ooh, yeah, it's hard because I do have conversations with like my dad and stuff like that. So you know, for one, I mean you for sure. This is doesn't come around, so I'll say you for sure. Uh, more than more than this MCU, but so yeah, you, my son, my brother, uh, mm,
Give me at least
Chris.
one. Give me at least one public figure. At least one.
Okay, Chris Brown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's I try to keep it like just on a simple basis, but yeah, for sure, Chris. Um, Another celebrity. Uh I don't know, to be honest. Martin Lawrence. I'll say Martin Lawrence.
Nice, Marty Moore. Nice, nice.
Yes, sir.
This one is interesting. And this is not a top three or top five. It's just anyone that comes to your head.
Okay.
Name me some of your favorite high school classmates.
Hmm. Ah, I mean, Hennis. Uh, Nelson. Um, what's his? And it's funny because I'm really bad like with like memory sometimes, but um, yeah, I can't remember. It's like me trying to be fast, but hmm, yeah, no, Jessica. Um, yeah, it's crazy. It's like I feel like if I see, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I know, yeah, 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 yeah. It's just thinking about all the names. It's like, oh man,
I'm gonna throw two names out there because I don't know. I think I've seen you interact with them a lot or so. Is Alberic one of them? Because since freshman year,
yes,
he was
I literally was trying to remember his name, but yeah, Alberic. Last time I talked to him was years. I think it was a few years back, and it was about how his life was going in his car. He liked his car. Yeah, I think that's the last time I remember. He's like he likes his Jeep. So, um, yeah, it's these. a lot of the interactions were like that. Like it was like, oh, one time, hey, how you been? And that's pretty much it. But no, I mean, I feel like it's funny because I recognize face, I recognize even walks. Like, oh, I know who that is. Oh, I know. But names is kind of sometimes if it's been a while, it's like oh, I should. Um, but yeah, I feel like after this, it'll all come to me. I don't know why.
If you have a yearbook, then you probably might come to you if you still have it with you.
Now, well, if I do have it, it's got to be buried deep somewhere that I have no clue where it is, because I've moved a few times. So
Mm,
I don't. Yeah, I don't really have that.
I hear you. I hear you. Um, one more. If there is a skill set that you wish you would have had, what would it be? I'm,
Oh,
I'm, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna give you name several, not just one, but several.
several.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I definitely was thinking about this the other day. Like it ain't. I think I was watching something, and I was just like, man, that's very interesting. Like I never really considered that as a superpower. I don't know why. But to know all the languages, like to speak all the languages, I feel like because well, I don't know if you want an explanation, but with the languages, I feel like you connect with people more. You know what I mean? Like you definitely because I've seen it like and recently I was like doing my route and I was playing salsa on my speaker, and a lot of people they think I'm black and stuff, and which is fine. I have no. I think I consider myself more black than Dominican, but um yeah, like they just hear it and they're like, oh, wait, you Spanish? And like yeah, so. I feel like, and they're like, yeah, oh, nice, cool. So I feel like knowing these languages, I feel like you definitely connect with people more. You definitely uh do a lot of things. Um, healing. I'll say healing. Um, teleportation, maybe. You know, more so like if you like think of maybe like I think of that movie where you like jump, I think, and you see the image and then you just jump to that place. Then that would be cool for like a vacation. Um, yeah, so far that.
It's interesting you mentioned languages. There's two languages that I'm slowly learning, and that is French and Hebrew. Um, and then after I pack
Okay.
those, I'll probably move into probably Portuguese after that. But right now, my main focus is
Mhm.
Hebrew and French. But yeah, I feel like I tell people that now that I'm older, I tell people that it's always good to learn more than one or two languages because that opens more opportunities for you.
Yes.
Not just only when you go travel like to these overseas places, but also just you never know what job opportunity it could fall in your lap. So yeah, I definitely hear you on that.
Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, because you connect with people, and not saying there's a cop out or anything, but I mean, you hear everywhere, like, oh, Dominican hears you talking Dominican, they'll more likely kind of, be more lenient towards, oh yeah, more laid back, like talking to you, and they have more respect. Um, and I'm pretty sure that's, across the board. But yeah, it's funny that you actually said Portuguese because I did. I mean, it's been a while. I have the books. I when I went to BCC, this one of the languages that I chose because it was so closely related to Spanish that I was like, oh, this will be easier to learn. So yeah, like I did some Portuguese. I think I know. Nah, I'm not. not that I would have a conversation with you right now, but I remember some of the words. I'm like, I think the high and stuff. Um, or like the way you would look at like you would I say pronounce a person, him or her, But yeah, no, yeah, I did some Portuguese, and it was cool. It was fun while it lasted.
Nice, nice. Well, Marcos, thank you so much for joining the podcast. It feels so great to chat with you after so many years. I'm glad to see that you're doing well. Um, keep doing what you're doing. Never stop um chasing bigger goals. We're still young, we're still here, so sky's the limit for you. But it feels so great to reconnect with you after 15 years, which is incredible. But yeah, thank you once again.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me. I'm always here for you. Uh, and anything else, you want, I'm here for you, man. Thanks for having me.